Has anybody ever heard of CGI? At least back in the day. Have you ever watched some of the old computer animated shows and movies? Like VeggieTales, Toy Story? Well, if you do, here's one that I guarantee you've never heard of. It was an old computer animated short that has since disturbed me. I'm a single person at my house, located somewhere in a small cul-de-sac in the West Midlands. Just trying to keep you all from doxing me here. But I was cleaning up the loft until I noticed my box full of videotapes in my video player. I opened the box, and the tapes in there were some of my favorites. Miscellaneous movies and TV shows. There were some Disney movies, and others that were made by different companies. Now, in the box, I happened to notice a videotape sealed in a Dynamicron T120 case. Something I definitely don't remember owning. I take the tape and the video player and hook them both up to my digital bedroom TV. When I opened the case, the tape itself was blank, marked only with a pen, writing, "Help me, Mommy, 1992. At first, I thought that this had to be some stupid horror movie. I chuckled and inserted the tape into my video player. The video started in a kid's bedroom at night, with the night lamp on. It was a relatively short film, done entirely in primitive 3D animation. Looked like it was animated in what my best guess was Wavefront, software that created the incredible Crash dummies in 1993, a year after this short came out. In the bedroom, there were two robot-like human characters, a mother and a boy that looks to be about 5 years old, in his pajamas. The mother was reading the boy a bedtime story about animals doing mishaps around the circus. The mother then left the boy's room after the bedtime story, now with the night lamp off. The kid in bed was struggling to sleep. He even tried shutting his eyes to fall asleep, but to no avail. While the kid was tossing and turning, he heard strange noises coming from the closet. The boy left his bed and opened it. Nothing. The noise was then heard again, but under the bed. The boy checks under it, but again, nothing is there. The noise is now heard in the hallway, outside the boy's bedroom. The unnerving noises that were heard were coupled with this inhuman breathing and shifting sound. The boy walks towards the door and gets out of his bedroom. But yet again, nothing is there. The boy started quietly roaming around the house. And as he walked toward the living room, a blood-curdling moan was emitted from the kitchen. The moan was like a woman in shrill agony, almost sounding creature-like. That noise scared the shit out of me, including the boy in the short. The boy then runs back to his bedroom in shaking fear. Not even the parents are going to check what's going on, even though they're asleep in their own bedroom. The boy goes to his bed and hides under the blanket. It cuts to a few moments later with the kids sleeping, still nighttime. The boy now wakes up, though, and sees the most terrifying and disturbing thing in existence staring down at him. A monster. More specifically, a dark gray, rotted man with a bald head. Bloodshot, bulging eyes with small pupils, and a large mouth with sharp, crooked teeth. He was wearing what looked to be a ripped-up hospital patient attire. And this somehow managed to give me a huge chill by looking at that. Primitive CGI didn't help. The boy screamed as loud as he could, but nobody, not even his parents, came to arrive what was going on. He then frantically leaves his bedroom to the living room. And as the boy gets in, he notices that the living room TV was on, displaying static. He tries to manually switch the TV off, but nothing works. After unplugging it, it finally ceases. The boy finally relieves himself, thinking it was a bad hallucination, and runs back to his bedroom, where the monster is no longer there. He gets back to his bed and sleeps. A few moments later, the closet suddenly opens, revealing that the entrance is an endless black void. The boy woke up and noticed what was going on. He gets off his bed and walks towards the closet. The boy was then pushed by an invisible force, causing him to fly away into the darkness, screaming for his mom, to which he never gets a reply. He then ends up in what looks like a dark, barren wasteland, followed by a haunting soundscape. The sky itself was pitch black, followed by very dark gray clouds, and the barren field itself also a shade of dark gray. The scared boy wanders around the unnerving landscape for 2 minutes, until he was then grabbed by crimson arms coming from the ground. He only wanted to know if it was a bad dream, to which I realized it wasn't. Disturbing sounds were emitted during this intense scene. The boy was crying like crazy while struggling with the arms. The ground then creates this hole in which he falls in. Screams are heard, followed by flesh ripping and bone cracking. These sounds continue as the video fades to black, ending the short. I've since hid the tape back into the loft. I've had freaky nightmares that last for weeks. I don't know who in their right minds would animate this shit back in the 90s, with the computer technology at the time being so limited. I still don't remember owning something like this.